Hi, it's Joyce. I want to give you some information about ordering your coding manuals. It's really easy to do if you go to smile.amazon.com. And the reason why I send you there is that you might actually be able to get a discount over the other publishers, and you can order the various coding manuals that you're going to need. And it depends on which class you're taking. So if you're going to take, for example, RN Coder Basic Training, that's the first program, you're going to need CPT Professional, and that publisher is AMA. You're going to need a HCPCS, HCPCS, that can be any publisher. And you're going to need an old copy, believe it or not, of an ICD-9. Here's why, ladies. You're going to need it in case you come across a chart that is coded with ICD-9. You're going to have to be familiar with it. You're going to have a resource to look things up. And you have to be able to code or review for that year's coding, whatever was in effect for that year. So there's a chance that you'll be doing something, reviewing charts that, or reviewing claims, or doing something for a physician or a hospital where you will have to know how to look up ICD-9. So you need a 2012 to 2015, any year. They didn't change after 2012. So I have seen some of those coding manuals on Amazon for 65 cents and $3.99 shipping. so for ICD-9, it's any version, okay? Any version, any year, 2012. Okay, so for RN Coder ICD-10 Academy, you're going to need ICD-10 CM and ICD-10 PCS. Again, those have not changed since 2012. There have been a few updates for 2017, but I can tell you it's less than 20 updates in thousands and thousands of codes. So you can get a 2015, a 2016 at really good prices on Amazon.com. So that's for RN Coder ICD-10. Now, if you're going to need RN Auditor, you're going to need the same coding manuals for RN Auditor that you do for RN Coder Basic Training, okay? Because you're going to use the same, including ICD-9. So RN Auditor is compliance. So it's HIPAA, Federal False Claims Act, how to spot and prevent fraudulent claims from going out from a facility or a medical group. It's also if you're working for either the federal government or a Medicare and a Medicaid Federal False Claims Unit. I might have gotten that right. I don't know. But if you're working for a government entity, you're going to need to know how to detect fraud. RN Auditor is really a great course for also learning how to conduct a coding audit each year is required. And so it's a good, program to do. So you'll need the same coding manuals for RN Auditor as you need for RN Coder Basic. Okay. Now right now we're introducing RN CDS for RN Coder Documentation Specialist. So the assumption for that program is that you've already taken RN Coder ICD-10 and RN Coder Basic Training. So you'll already have your coding manuals for those, right? So that particular program has a special set of books, and when you register for that program, you'll get the list of books for that program. So I'm going to show you in the next video how I find the books on Amazon.com. Okay, so stay tuned, and we're going to come right back on.